Hey everyone, it's so good to see you on this Motivational Sunday slash Motivational Monday. I just literally landed back here in Venice Beach. I was up in San Francisco all weekend. It was one of my first times up in San Francisco. It was truly amazing. If you ever have a chance to get up to San Francisco, definitely go. Try to link up with a local if you know anybody up in San Francisco. I did, and was taken to some of the most spectacular spots in the city to see the most breathtaking views. If you haven't checked out my Instagram, check it out, The Brandon Lee. I posted all my pictures there and also on Facebook. I will definitely be back up in San Francisco. It was that amazing. All right, so let's just jump right into it. Apologies for not doing a Motivational Monday last week. I was traveling. I was really busy, so I hope that this makes up for it. Let's just jump right into it. This motivational quote was sent to me by a friend of mine, and I absolutely love it. It says, "There isn't enough room in your mind for both worry and faith. You must decide which one will live there." I'll read that one again. There is not enough room in your mind for both worry and faith. We all have to decide which one will live there. I'll just be very frank and very open with you at this moment in my life. When we talk about worry and we talk about faith, since I left my job in Arizona back in December, I did it for a couple of reasons. One, I really needed time away from local news to really focus on writing my book and to really be in that good mental space, which I'm glad to report. The book is written and hopefully will go on pre-sale in mid-May. And then I'll go on a book tour in June. So I'm excited about that. I also wanted to launch a podcast, so I've been able to do that. I will be very honest with you that there are times since I've taken this little break, this little sabbatical from news to work on some other projects, there have definitely been times where I've had worry kind of creep into my life. And I worry about, will I ever get hired by another news station? Will I ever work in news again? And I worry about that sometimes. And a little bit of self-doubt comes into play. I love news. I want to get back into it. But there are moments throughout the day, or maybe even a moment just once a week, where I do fear and I do worry that I'll never get picked up by another news station. But when those thoughts of worry come into my mind, I have to remind myself that God has always watched out for me. And if you don't believe in God, my higher power has always watched over me. No matter how traumatic life has gotten, no matter if I've been fired from a job or if I've left a job, my higher power has always taken care of me. And I always remember back when I got sober, I had to write down all of my near-death experiences. And the first time I ever did that exercise, and I actually wrote all those near-death experiences down, that was one of the first times I realized and reflected back that there is a higher power, that there is a God out there who has kept me alive for something greater and a bigger purpose than the way I had been living. And that was really one of the first times that I leaned on my faith. That I really felt that a higher power was with me and protecting me and keeping me alive for a greater purpose and a greater sense of life. And when I have those moments of doubt and of worry, and I don't care who you are, I don't care how confident you are, we all have doubt, we all have fear, we all have worry that comes into our life at some point or another. To me, what I've learned, it's how we deal with fear and how we deal with worry in those moments. And every time I have those moments of doubt and those moments of worry, I really think about how God and my higher power has protected me in those times of need. And that I've always been protected, I've always been taken care of. And so I do believe what this quote is saying, that we can't have worry and faith in our brain. Worry and fear takes and occupies so much up here that if we buy into that worry and buy into that fear, we just don't have enough room in our minds for faith. And so I really lean on my faith to know that, just remember, Brandon, when I was out drugging or drinking, my higher power kept me alive. When I lost my job in Boston, boy, this is years, about over a decade ago, God protected me. He watched over me, and he ended up leading me to Atlanta, Georgia, where I have met some of the most beautiful people and the beautiful souls who are in my life today. And had I not lost that job in Boston a decade ago, I would have never gone to Atlanta, and I would have never met those incredible people who are in my life today. And so if I hearken back to those moments and I remember how beautiful my life was, even after some of those devastating moments, I remember that leaning on my faith, that my higher power and God is always protecting me. So even now, when I go to bed every night and I pray that God just lead me in the right direction, my higher power lead me to that next right job, that next right gig, wherever that may be, wherever it is in the country, just lead me there. Just lead me there and make the decision obvious for me. So I just wanted to be super open and honest with you that despite what you may think about me or despite what you may believe about me, that I too have doubt and fear that creeps into my life. So I just love that quote. I love that quote. It's a reminder to me to put faith first and to lean on my faith whenever I have doubt or whenever I have worry. So happy Motivational Sunday and Monday to all of you out there. I hope you are having an amazing Easter weekend. Spent time with your friends and your family. I'm about to go link up with a couple of my good friends here in Venice for dinner in a little bit. So much love to all of you, and I'll see you back here next weekend.